Hi. This video is all about the language of personal injury lawsuits. Whether you're at a deposition dealing with a defense lawyer, whether you're on the phone with an adjuster who's going to pay you to settle your case, or whether you're at trial in front of a jury of 6 strangers who are going to allow for compensation, monetary compensation, how do you obtain the maximum amount? Well, I think words really matter. And as an attorney, you have to frame the case properly. In the first instance, I hate the word accident because accidents happen. And that is one of the defenses that the defense lawyer and the insurance company is going to use at trial. They're going to say, this was unavoidable. There's nothing we could have done. This is just an accident, and accidents happen, and therefore we are not liable and we should not pay. We have no legal blame, right? So you don't want to use the word accident. If it's a car crash, you want to use the word crash, because a crash makes you cringe, and a crash just sounds so much more serious than an accident. So that's in the first instance. And the other area where I really think words matter is when you come to the part of a closing argument or even a deposition where it's discussed about pain and suffering and the value of putting a monetary value on the losses and the harms that the human being has suffered. So how do you do that? A lot of lawyers and a lot of judges, and it's even written in the pattern jury instruction, so it's read to the jury, use this word accident, right? And like we said before, I don't like it. I would use the word incident. And the other thing that they use is this word award, right? You should award $100,000. You should award $1 million. I hate that word. Why? Because what is an award? An award sounds like some kind of a prize, like you're getting a prize, but you're not. Like this, usually most of our clients, for example, have suffered serious life-changing injuries. And what they're really asking for is not any type of award. They're just asking the jury to allow for fair and reasonable compensation. And if you really look at the word compensation and this root, the first part, compend, to compend is to balance. So you take all the harms and losses that they suffered because of the defendant's conduct and you balance it out. And the only way we can balance it out as a legal society is through money. Because we're not going to go after the defendant who rear-ended someone and do an eye for an eye, right? We're not barbaric, we're beyond that. So money is the way that you balance things. So I don't like the word award. I would say allow for, or you could find. And then the final part of all of this is the entire notion that you as an attorney are standing up in front of a jury and you're asking for money. To ask is almost like to beg, right? To say, please, please, can you give me some money for my poor client? But you don't want to talk about sympathy or pity, and you're not really asking for anything. What you're really doing, if you think about it, and if you frame it properly, is you are examining all of the evidence in your case. And all of the evidence and the law justifies a verdict of $1 million. So you're not asking them to allow for $1 million. You're telling them that this case is worth at least $1 million. And the way I like to do it is I examine all of the evidence, I examine all of the law, I look through the pattern jury instructions, and I explain to the jury that a case like this, these kinds of injuries, and this type of liability is worth between $1 million to $3 million. Now, of course, as a juror, you could allow for less, but anything less would be cheap. It wouldn't be full justice. It wouldn't be reasonable. Reasonable is not like, oh, let's be reasonable, you know, let's be cheap. Reasonable is fair. Reasonable is full. And if you look to our Constitution, it says that every individual has the right to pursue life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And I like to use those themes when I talk about the loss of enjoyment of life. Because if somebody has a serious injury, such as a burn injury or a traumatic brain injury, or even a serious like trimalleolar fracture of their ankle in 3 different places that's angulated with malunion where the bones don't grow back, They might lead to arthritis. They're going to need open reduction internal fixation surgery. These things take away from their life. They take away from their liberty. They can't move around the way they want to. They're not free. It takes away from their pursuit of happiness. So what is that worth? Basically losing time in your life. Someone's life is worth precious amounts of money. It's like a precious gem. You don't want to lose a precious gem. If you had it, a bunch of precious diamonds in a bag, you wouldn't just throw them in the river and lose them, right? You would hold on to them. That's all you have. Time is all we have. Our lives, our loved ones, our family, that's all we have. So by telling that human story, by getting to know the friends and the family members and the people and their life stories, not only the life story of the client, but also the human story and the life story and the background of the witnesses, like the wife, the best friend, maybe even the neighbor or the dry cleaner or the postman. You know, you have to take that step. You have to dive very, very deep. But it's very, very rewarding. It's fun to do, and you're going to get amazing results if you do it. So I hope this has been helpful. Let us know what you think, but I think this is the right way to frame the language of personal injury law so you can get maximum results. Forget about accidents. It's a crash or an incident if it's a slip and fall or any type of incident. Forget about awards or prizes. That you're asking them to allow for compensation. And see, I even misspoke. Forget about the word ask. You're not asking them anything, right? You never want to say, I am asking you. You want to say, full and fair compensation in this case is $1 million. You're telling them what to allow for because you are the lawyer. You're the one who has 20 plus years experience. You know the law. The jurors are just people that could be from any walk of life, and they don't know. They want to be guided. They want somebody to tell them what the case is really worth, and that's the lawyer's job. So I hope this has been helpful. Have a great day. Please like and subscribe to our channel. Let us know what other questions you have, and we'd be happy to provide a nice answer, like a custom video for you. And we'll probably be doing some live videos in the next few weeks. Okay, have a great day, everyone, and stay safe. Bye-bye.